he I'm watching him attach a camera to his computer. I texted him because when you do these lives, you have a little link that you send to people and then they join. I'm sure you guys have done, a few of you have done this before. And I sent him the link on both his phone and the back end DMs of X. And he joined for like a second and it was like way off and below him. So like I was like looking up his nose. You don't want to see that angle of Kurt Schlichter. He's a delightful man, but that's not the angle you want to see of Kurt Schlichter. So he'll be joining us back in like a second now when he hooks up his good phone. Tonight we are going to be discussing, and hello to all of you on this Sunday night. We're going to be covering the ridiculousness that is this Autopen that Kurt doesn't think is that really ridiculous. And we're going to cover that and why, and he can yell at me and call everybody dumb. That's what he's good at. When we talk about this tonight, let me pin this to my profile. Hello, everyone. Daylight savings is screwed with everybody today, apparently. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about that tonight and covering exactly what the Autopen means. Because if you guys haven't seen this story yet, let's go to the Oversight Projects page. Kurt's back. But we're going to bring this up here. All right, before we bring that in, let me bring in Kurt Schlichter. Hi, Kurt. Look at that. Look at that nice camera angle now.
Yeah, I'm much better when you're not set to my iPhone.
Well, it's a little bit. You actually have worse bandwidth this way, which is I don't understand what's happening.
I have much better bandwidth. My bandwidth is huge.
Your microphone sucks. What microphone are you using?
Let me make sure
it's plugged in. Go to the.
I know what.
Here it is. There it is.
Wow, there's that sexy voice. There's the face that I wanted to hear.
That's it.
Sounded like you were talking through a toilet for a second there, which is...
I was, but that's the personal matter.
So here's the deal.
Broke my freaking... No, I didn't. Or did I?
No one cares.
You're going to care when I can't freaking stabilize my microphone.
Just sit it in front of you. It doesn't matter if it's up or not.
Get in there, bastard.
Millionaire attorney and best-selling author can't afford a real microphone.
I've got a real microphone. It's a very nice one.
What is that? Doesn't seem nice. That looks like something you get from like the Marshalls. Like, hey, home studio kit.
The Marshalls?
You
like
go to Marshalls? Yeah. Well, no, Kohl's is worse. Kohl's is depressing. You went to the fall off the truck store and you got the my first podcast microphone. Came with a
Hey man, I do national television on this microphone.
Do you?
Yeah. It's a good setup. I look great.
First, what national television are you doing? The first with that microphone? That's like the first mic.
That's not first. I've done Fox with this.
Okay, well.
I don't do Fox anymore.
They don't like you.
They don't like you either.
No, they really don't like me.
What? I know there's like a lot of it's very much Mean Girls in the whole conservative.
I don't understand because they put on a lot of they put on empty-headed babes all day long and then
I'm a babe, not empty-headed.
Well, you're not hot enough for Water's World, I'll tell you that.
I think I did Water's World once.
Did you?
I know. I've done like all the shows. I'm like, I mean, the thing is, it's funny because you and we do these shows all the time. I mean, all the time. We're always doing shows. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, we'll like do 2 a day. I just got confirmed. I'm doing Newsmax tomorrow. I'm doing Will Kane's thing on Thursday. He's great. I like all those guys.
I like Will Kane, actually.
Yeah.
He's doing a podcast or are you doing Fox News?
Podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
And the thing is, though, there are so many, we do hits all the time. And then I realized there are people out there who've like never done a hit before. Yeah. And it's like totally alien to them. They're like, oh my gosh, it's a thing. And we're like, oh, what a freaking drag.
I turned down Newsmax Friday. I was busy.
I mean, that's the thing. You get to a certain point in this business because you and I don't need anything. We could just like stop and be rich.
You're a little richer than me, but yeah.
Well, I have been a lawyer for 30 years.
That's true.
I stopped being one in December.
Good for you.
Time, yeah. But no, it's funny because it's just such a thing for us. And like normal people are like, I've never been on TV. And I'm like, I go 3 days without being on TV. I'm like, oh, that's kind of odd. It's not that I'm that great or that you're that great, though we are. We're the best guests
We are the best.
there
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're funny and amusing. And
I used to actually, you're the only guest who I would keep over on a second segment on radio.
Yes.
I'm
funny.
And it's fun to talk to. Like, I just don't want to talk to people that long. You hear these same people over and over again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we all know who we're talking about there.
Everyone. But also the radio hosts themselves, especially on Sirius, are like, other than Will Cal, are the worst. They're the worst.
I like Will Cal.
I like Will Cal. Other than him,
Who else
I don't know why anybody
listens
listens
to
to their stuff.
Who else is on there?
Webb, Stacy, whoever the morning guy is now for that I've never heard of for Breitbart in the morning. I don't like.
Somebody's saying my wine fridge is awfully full.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's because I got rid of one of my. I had to take one of my wine fridges to Houston, so they're all packed.
How many?
You would have been drinking some if you had come out here. You were supposed to come out in a couple weeks.
I know, but I have to meet with somebody in DC who you've probably seen on
somebody who matters.
Somebody who actually matters.
Somebody that sucks.
I need you to dispel this so that everyone can be angry at you and not me. Okay.
Okay.
Because in my mind, and you're going to have to explain this. It's going to take about 20 seconds. By the way, I cut my finger wide open last night.
What'd you do? Was that beer can?
Close enough. It was
the Grapevine VFW that still sends me texts.
God, I love them. But no,
I know, great. It's like there's a chili kickoff, and I'm like, shoot.
You didn't go. That's your fault.
By the way, guess what's in Grapevine in March?
I have a call about that tomorrow morning. Actually,
CPAC.
Yeah, well, they should make me the ambassador to CPAC from Grapevine.
You put the ass in ambassador.
I have a call about that tomorrow morning with somebody.
Oh, dear God. It's going to be great.
Is it? It's a mile from my house.
Excited.
And I should be the ambassador because God knows I might be doing something politically around here.
You should be great. I love. First of all, I love CPAC. I love Grapevine.
I'm never invited. Never invited to CPAC.
I'm always invited.
I should be invited to CPAC every time. I mean, like, other than you, I don't know who. Again, and people go see the stump speeches, but like, who's entertaining at these things that aren't like your politicos that you can't wait to see?
People.
Not many.
I saw Elon. I thought that was historic.
Oh, it was with the
chainsaw.
Chainsaw, yeah. Hey, real quick, let's get this out of the way. You can let's talk about the topic that I want to talk about here. All right, they were using an Autopen to sign shit for Joe Biden.
Doesn't matter.
Explain.
Doesn't matter.
Explain to everybody why it doesn't matter.
Okay, take your copy of the Constitution, look through it, and see where it says he can't authorize an Autopen to sign. It ain't there.
Here's the we're going to just show how crazy this gets here. Does that show up properly on the
his approval is pretty much I say I approve, and you don't get to go back and go, well, did he really? Because he was senile. You don't get to do that. There's I have researched our Constitution. You know, Article 2 is not that long, and there's nothing that says he can't do any of that. There's nothing that says he can't be senile. There are procedures in case he is senile if you initiate them.
Yeah, but it
doesn't matter. Yes, they're all Autopens. Yes.
Well,
and done.
So that's that.
Yeah, that's it. They're Autopens.
Well, let's talk about something else then.
I know everybody's like, but I wanted this one sweet trick to get what I wanted and have things from Biden undone. Sorry, it's not going to work.
Wow.
It's not a thing.
Well, have you seen this though, Kurt? This is a shame for Canadians. The companies who have already paid for and imported the whiskey. By the way, it's probably better for them to just take it off the shelves and act out. Maybe they'll get some money from the government because a lot of this stuff probably isn't selling. But if you wanted American whiskey in Canada, too late. It's all over. They've now removed it from the shelves because of the current trade war.
Yeah, it's hard for me to care about what the igloo jockeys think. For some reason, we're now in a pissing contest with Canada, but it doesn't count if one side has no penis.
True,
and that would be Canada.
I just don't understand. Like, again, like how many cameramen are there filming them? This is the most attention
The
these.
the whole thing is a giant festival of onanism. My favorite, right? You go on social media and you see these wizened SSRI ridden Canadian wine women waving the maple leaf flag, you know, patriotic Canada. And you go back like 2 weeks on their timeline, and it's all Canada's built on the bones of murdered Indigenous
Oh yeah.
peoples.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, as I memorably put, I think in tomorrow's town hall column, uh, patriotism is now the last refuge of a sexually unsatisfied SSRI ridden Chardonnay woman from Ottawa. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's so pathetic. There was also, there's this big article about how Canada, you know, if America invaded, you know, Canada would launch a massive guerrilla war. And it's like, you're the same human dildos who took all the Canadians' guns.
Yeah. Hey, have you retweeted this feed yet? No.
But what, the link?
Yeah.
Oh, let me do that right now.
Not the link to join, but the it's pinned on my profile page. If you guys are watching right now, go click the link. And while he's doing that, I'll shout out our two sponsors, Veebs. Go to veebsapp.com. You want to vote with your money and not give your hard-earned money to companies who hate you. So you can go scan the UPC codes with the Veebs app, and it will show you how liberal or conservative certain companies are and give you conservative alternatives to liberal companies. It's a really fun app. I'm the CEO of it, and it's super fun. So you guys should get involved with that. Also, Kalshi.com, who pretty much predicted everything accurately the other day when it came to Trump's speech. I have been a big fan of Kalshi, not just because they sponsor the show, but right now there is I'd put money on this one, actually. Will Trump eliminate the Department of Education this year? 30% chance. I think that's free money. I think there's an executive order in place to get rid of it. Now, does it mean that has to be removed completely from our country, or just sign the executive order? I'm not sure. You can get involved in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Tariffs. What countries will Trump tariff this year? Taiwan is up there now. Denmark is up there. So watch out for your Legos.
Denmark, huh?
Well, Lego, as if the Lego prices can't go any higher. Denmark is going to get involved.
Let's boycott Legos.
Yeah. Oh,
how about you spread Legos on the border between Russia and Ukraine?
That'll stop
across. Yet.
Yet. Hey, that's is that war?
That's another festival of onanism.
Is that war going to be over finally? Hey, I like
it's going to be over. I just don't think it's going to be over the way everybody hopes.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite part. Look, I'm literally a guy who worked under NATO in the Cold War. I worked under NATO in Kosovo. I have a NATO medal.
Oh,
you know, and now I'm being lectured to by a bunch of freaking virgins, who couldn't tell you what NATO stands for. I mean, like literally the acronym.
Can we just have Kurt? Can we just have a talk about internet commentary for a second? So, if I have any questions about the law or military, I know I can come to you, and I know that you
can come to me.
I know that you know your stuff.
I do know my stuff.
When it comes to policy, when it comes to small government, when it comes to free speech, when it comes to the Constitution, you come to me. I know my stuff. I've worked in it. Yeah. I've advised members of Congress. I've done all sorts of fun stuff. I actually have a hell of a resume that I never talk about. A law degree I don't use.
I have one I talk about all the time.
I'm done with debating people online. I'm done. I'm like finished. I'm watching.
I don't blame you.
I'm watching people who even have large audiences like ours. Mine's larger than yours, but people who have large audiences like ours. You're catching up though.
I know. I got freed.
Finally.
Remember I was ahead of you, and then I got frozen for like 2 years.
I have a piece coming out in the Daily Signal, and my work at the Heritage Foundation as the Heritage Foundation Media Fellow. We're going to work a little bit harder on freeing everyone's accounts, and it's making a lot of noise. That's actually my goal, is to make a lot of noise and get everybody unlocked. But I'm finished at this point watching other social media accounts who have had no political experience clearly just put talking points on the internet and then watch the clapping seals clap.
I think one of the phenomenons I've noticed is the conundrum. Is this person stupid, or does this person believe the person reading his tweet is stupid?
Yes.
There is a lot of that. And there's just, I mean, at some point somebody figured out, I can just lie and I'm probably gonna get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
So now it's like, Trump has promised to become Hitler. I mean, literally Hitler. He's growing a little black mustache. He's painting houses in Vienna.
It's painting houses in Vienna.
It's like, well, that's not true. No, it is.
It's just, look, it's our side. It's both sides, actually. Can we agree on
our side?
Can we agree on a talking point just really quick, Kurt, that I think you and I agree on?
Okay.
Iran is bad.
I agree. Iran is bad.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out why.
Did you know that you're Zionist? You're a Zionist for saying that, by the way? You and I we're clearly paid by Israel. I haven't got my check.
Where's my sweet APAC money? I feel like such an idiot because the only thing I get paid to do is write columns and books. I get paid for my columns. Everyone knows that. I get paid for my books, but it's not like, hey, Kurt, I'll give you $5,000, to tweet about how great Ukraine is. Nobody ever comes to me with that.
Nobody's come to me with that one. I was offered a free trip to Russia last week, which I said no. Yeah. I was offered, the Russian Federation offered me a trip to Russia last week through another.
You want to do that?
Huh?
Oh yeah, you'll want to do that.
I said no. Traveling to Russia by yourself, traveling to Russia with maybe like the State Department or security or something, that's one thing. It's still kind of dangerous, but traveling to Russia by yourself, you're just asking.
Yeah. Be sure you bring your edibles. They're legal in Colorado.
Oh, look, you don't even know. The way I looked at it was, if Brittany Griner's worth the Merchant of Death to a Democrat, what would I be worth to this administration? Well, nothing probably, but like they would try.
I think at a certain point, it's like, look, I understand we got to take care of American citizens. Other countries should be in fear of tormenting Americans. But, if you're going to go and kick the tiger, if you're going to walk up and land one right in its nutsack, you're going to have a problem. And I mean, we've got look, there is a bandwidth to how much the administration can do.
Yeah.
And, getting Joe Dipshit, who decided to take a jar full of THC gummies to St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Not a great, that is a distraction.
Yeah.
We got our shit going. And it's like, would you guys fucking stop that? Now, and the thing is, you'd be like, well, they planted it. Okay, I believe that. Except, you look at Brittany Griner and you're like, they didn't plant it.
No.
Dipshit brought a bomb.
That guy definitely took his weed over there with him. So
dude took his weed.
Yeah.
Like the guy who goes to North Korea and goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a leak on that Kim Il-jung picture. All right.
Yeah.
All for taking a leak on the Kim Il-jung picture.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not, first of all, you shouldn't have your ass there. Although I have been in North Korea. You shouldn't have your ass
business
there.
Or pleasure?
A little of column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
I was there for about 30 seconds.
A friend of mine went there. A friend of ours, Donnie Ferguson, went there for a whole vacation. He did the whole thing. Did you know that? I need to bring him on here to talk about it. He had incredible footage of he went to the schools and he did everything. He did the whole thing where he goes and sees the bodies lying in state. Yeah. Allergies are killing me in this town right now because it's warm out. It's the worst. And
I just came off the CPAC crud for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Arena's still sick.
Well,
but I'm sorry. I mean, it was horrible.
Well, I mean, and she doesn't even want to go to that. And that's the crazy thing is you drag her to that bullshit. And then
I asked for one thing. I asked to go see my friends at CPAC.
And she actually she could just come hang out with us here in Dallas next year when they come to the Grapevine.
Well, I will probably be in Houston, so I'll drive up a day or two early.
We will all go to the VFW. I should do an event at the VFW, a big conservative event at the VFW down the street.
That's actually a fun idea.
I know. I'll do it all.
I like the VFW. They just left me the hell alone.
I will. And by the way, yeah, I didn't read all these earlier. DOE needs to be gone, says Butch Connor. Virgins love to lecture people. Hold on, I can't.
Virgins love to lecture people.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the Bulwark?
Dude, how are they still around? Who's funding them?
Oh my gosh. One of them came out today and said, what was it? Something like
just came out?
Hitler, Trump is literally Hitler. Like this is like some news flash thing. Where do you go past Hitler? Once you
Nowhere.
hit Hitler, you know, what do you say? Super Hitler. My favorite is Chris Murphy. You know, Donald Trump's conspiring with Elon Musk to take your Social Security check. Okay, first of all, I don't get Social Security, but
You're getting there.
yeah, I'm getting there.
Huh?
I mean, it wouldn't be the rounding error of a 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 rounding error of what he's making like in the last 30 seconds. He's like, yeah, I want Kurt's $3,300 a month. Woohoo!
Yeah. Apparently, everything.
I'm going to Target.
Apparently, everything was signed with Autopen. Kurt, can you tell everyone the response for people who are catching up right now? What's it mean when something's signed by Autopen?
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
It's irrelevant.
I wish it was.
The actual.
I want to will it.
There is no requirement. It be a hand signature.
I
authorizing. This.
I want it to will it into reality. That it is actually
Sorry. See, that's the thing about, you know, I did a big space the other day, like 1,000 people on it.
Yeah.
And people, you know, I think we need to arrest so and so for treason. Okay, nobody's getting arrested.
Yeah.
But no, there's no neat trick.
No.
There's like, you just don't do things. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Stop. But they're bad. Yeah, they're really bad. Still ain't happening. I mean, there is a level of wishful thinking among our side. Well, I think on the other side too, where they think that something is manifestly wrong, and they're correct about that. That there has to be some sort of, you know, universal ref who's going to come down and call the play in American politics, and then the other guy's out.
Yeah,
because it was wrong. There's no ref. Okay,
no.
There's the idea that you're somehow going to put your opponents in jail and that's going to fix your problems. It's just not going to happen. So you should stop talking about it because it's boring.
Here is, I want to show you this, by the way. This was apparently yesterday in Austin, Texas. Elizabeth Warren's taking her tour around. She was in Texas. She stopped Donald Trump and fire Elon Musk. What exactly do these people, do you think they know what they're actually protesting?
Well, first of all, that's the crowd, that the tribe, as it were, that Elizabeth Warren could smoke signal in Austin.
Yeah, 3,500.
It's people. Austin.
Yeah.
There's like 3,000 people there. You and I, if we did a show there,
could get more than that.
We'd have more than 3,000.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Austin.
No, I think we could. There's a lot of people with the Capitol there. I think there's a lot of people that we could get to turn out. I'm looking at this crowd and it's like, you know, it's typical,
a lot of white people.
Well, that's all there is.
Those are the only people who care about what Elizabeth Warren has to say.
Yeah, but who cares? Like, number one, are taxpayers paying for this trip? Oh, here we go. Soros funded. That's what I'm sure that's who's fun. I mean, like, who's paying for this trip?
I don't know. Maybe she's using some of the beads she got when we sold her Manhattan or bought Manhattan. I don't know.
They're still worthless to this day.
Was it one of your favorite things that, you know, he calls her Pocahontas and next day Trump's racist for calling her Pocahontas?
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's racist for that, but not her for using it for. I'm just like,
I just don't even care anymore. You can call me a racist. You can call me a Nazi. I don't care. Well, you're a Nazi. No, but whatever.
We're really bad at it. Trump's really bad at being a Nazi.
Yeah,
too.
He's terrible at being a Nazi. He's horrible.
He's dialing it in.
Oh my gosh, they're so mad because that piece of shit Palestinian suck student who isn't a student anymore got popped by DHS and they're going to send him out. Turns out he's got an 8-month pregnant wife.
Oh,
get her ass out of here too before she drops the brat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or send her to Gitmo. She can do it in Cuba.
You know, they might like it there. The socialism, it's great for. I hear liberals really love that stuff.
Well, good for them.
So two things here. I have a couple of videos I want to show. This one I think is interesting. Actually, three things when we talk about it. This was apparently in front of the White House the other day. They pulled out a massive Ukrainian flag.
I'm convinced. Let's give endless money to this terrible war that's impoverishing us and putting us in risk of World War III. I'm convinced it's a really big flag.
How much USAID money do you think went to this?
All of it. Hey, look around at those people. How many do you think of that? How many of them you think have actually been to Ukraine?
0.
I've literally been to Ukraine to train Ukrainian soldiers more times than everybody there put together.
Oh yeah.
And so that's another of my favorite things. I love being lectured about how I love Putin.
Oh, apparently. So that's actually why I didn't go to. I would, if under the right conditions with actual security, I'd absolutely go to Russia. I'd love to see the Kremlin. I think just structurally and like the architecture and everything there. I think
fun to travel.
Yeah, I just I don't think it's safe. Nor am I taking.
I don't think it's
from the Russian Federation.
And what if the air factor I have is, I don't go to places like that because, what if I may need a security clearance in the future, and a guy who goes to Russia, you gotta look pretty closely at him.
Same. I will not be. I will not be allowed to go to any West Wing cocktail hours after after going there.
I know that's the other thing. All these people are, you're a traitor. I'm like, I literally held a top secret security clearance for many years,
and I've now
like I don't need some virgin twit explaining army shit to me. Have you seen the Europeans? They're like really mad because Donald Trump said, hey, you got to pay for your own defense and I need you to step up to give money to Ukraine. And they're like, well, we'll show you, you Nazi bastard. We're going to, pay for our own defense and step up and give money to Ukraine. That'll show you.
Somebody said go for the vodka at least. No, I'm going to skip out on any free trips or any trips in general to Russia for a long time.
I'm not going to Russia. I have no real interest. It's cold.
Well, it is cold.
I mean, it's the Kremlin.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, now
like the Clark Griswold at the
cool to see, but like I'm never gonna go.
Well, like Clark Griswold at the Grand Canyon. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, there it is.
World.
We did it. We did it, everyone. All right. So
Moose at the front should have told you it was closed.
Hey, have you seen that? And I don't need to do this whole thing. He looks bad, by the way. Obama.
Is that Obama?
That's Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh God,
he looks like
he looks like the Gabba Gabba Hey guy from the Ramones.
He looks like one of those puppets that they use in elementary schools to teach you not to bully handicapped kids.
Okay, where show us on Hakeem where he touched you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hakeem.
Hi, Hakeem. He looks terrible.
He looks terrible. Like he looks really bad. I don't know if
I've got more of a tan than Hakeem does.
So also the problem too is, and what's happening with his eyes being half shut, it happens with me all the time here. When you have the lights coming down on you like this, your eyes naturally half close, and that makes you look slow.
Well, he oh my gosh. He looks good.
He looks like the puppet that they teach kids not to bully other kids with. So here's
the Republicans on the run.
That's all we needed. That's all we need to hear here is this first line.
We have the Republicans on the run.
Really?
Okay. Well,
did you know that they're on the run?
I didn't know they were on the run.
I shall. There's
I find it odd. I mean, I've seen the polls and Donald Trump's approval ratings, the highest it's ever been. I assume it'll go down.
Democrats aren't Democrats' approval rating at like 21% right now? It's like really bad.
There are anal warts with better approval ratings than the Democrats right now.
I love their strategy. Between Hakeem Jeffries out there right now, like
get Jasmine Crockett out there.
Oh, we've got
have her take time away from her pioneering particle physics string theory work.
Listen, this is the tops. Did you hear this quote today about illegal immigrants?
Oh, let's see.
Here you go. Get ready. Brace for impact.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
She's retarded.
It's
I try to
she's
not say that
actually a
word.
lawyer, as she never shuts up talking about. And of course, you and I, being lawyers, know that a lot of lawyers are retarded.
Yeah.
She would be one of the retarded
It's
ones.
not, I mean, just the terminology alone. Here we go.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
It's like, it's not criminal. It's not a criminal violation to enter
Actually,
the country illegally.
There's a section that makes it a crime, you freaking hack. She's the kind of person who walks into court and you're just like, oh God. Because as you know, it's much preferable to be up against a good lawyer than a bad one. like a million times. When I'm up against a good lawyer on the other side, I'm overjoyed because we're not going to do stupid shit. We're just going to get down to the arguments. But when you get like a retarded lawyer, she's like, I want the punitive damages that you're giving to me.
My favorite though about her and what came out this week, it was this that the ghetto speak that she's been pulling off is all fake.
She's like Barbara Billingsley.
She's totally
more freaking mid-Atlantic than her.
So here she is pre the consultant. By the way, and at some point here, a consultant turned to her and said, "Hey, can you be a little more hood rat?
Can we fix the hair?"
And rather than her say, that's a racist plan, consultant, that sounds terrible.
Rather have like some dignity.
Yeah, that makes, why would I ever do that? Because I'm a member of Congress and I'm respectable.
I could make coherent arguments that maybe you disagree with, but that compel you to answer and respond to because they're not insane. I could do that, but no, let's try a different direction.
Yeah, let's make it sound like a Waffle House at 3 a.m. So here she is before, and I believe this has things spliced in, but she is she's articulate. Like it's all clearly an act. Here you go.
Not a clown.
Absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need.
Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we ain't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't.
Wait, wait, are they the same person?
Yes.
Look, I know she's a Democrat, but she's speaking coherently like a normal person. She's, expressing herself. I'd actually worry about her. She seems likable, intelligent.
Yes.
She believes in something, not what I believe in, but other people might go, why? This person seems sincere. And then you get, Queen frickin' dumbassa.
It's unbelievable to me. The whole point, and let's do a little bit more here. Hold on, give me 1 second here.
Anything about the Congresswoman, they know.
We showed up, and if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts.
The congressional seat is...
It's, again, at some point here, Kurt.
She made a choice.
Yes, at some point, a very high-paid, I'm sure, consultant came to her and said, hey, start speaking like one of the poors. We need you to talk like a poor. And she goes, great. Again, instead of her looking at it and saying, hey, that sounds, because you would think
that sounds really undignified and I'd rather have self-respect.
Why would I lower myself to probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's a white guy that gave her it's
gotta be a white guy or a white woman.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
She's probably on Chardonnay and SSRIs.
She speaks like a juvenile delinquent now. Correct, Shell.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing, what she actually doesn't sound like a normal a person. She sounds like the sassy gay character in a 2011 rom-com.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's spectacular. That's I
mean, it's like, what did she hit Stereotypes R Us?
Yeah.
I mean, it's freaking embarrassing.
How about in saying, hey, we've arrived here to protest Trump. How about you go, we out here in these streets? And she
Yes.
goes, oh,
We're here to
Something like
make
that.
some important points about Donald Trump and some of the things that we don't believe he's doing right. Instead of, I don't even
I'll
want
do
to
it.
do it.
I'll
It's
do it.
embarrassing.
I'll do it. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Instead of saying, hey, I really disagree with the policy that he's put forward. It's the wrong way for Americans. How about instead of that, you go, this is a bullshit.
I'm just waiting for the no, you didn't. On to the hand. Did I do that right? Did I do that right? Am I the sassy gay friend?
And why it's okay for us to have this commentary.
Because she's a fucking idiot.
And she's a phony.
And it's always okay to
Yes.
tell the truth.
It is.
Oh, you're racist.
Apparently, Shell really
I
likes her
don't-
take on instead of mine.
First of all, I don't care if they think I'm racist. Doesn't matter. They already do.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. See, the beauty of DEI when they tell you, you know, America's inherently racist. Everything you do is racist. You're always racist. Is at that point you can just check out and you go, well, I mean, then why the fuck am I having a conversation with you? I can't possibly win. I can't possibly be not racist. So screw you.
Yeah.
Here's my ass. There are your lips. Put them together and pucker.
And make a kiss.
Kiss.
Give it a kiss. It rhymes, Kurt.
You make a kiss noise, I'll make another noise.
But again, like how and why I feel like more and more people need to see this, especially on the Democrat side, is like this is very similar to Kamala coming up with every accent she could. She's a drunk and she's just like a stereotypical drunk in front of people, just coming up with whatever. Or
the question is always, are they stupid or do they think their supporters are? I mean, it could be both.
I think it's their support.
But I mean, does Jasmine Crockett think, you know, my constituency is borderline retards. I think I'm going to go out there and, you know, do the Barbara Billingsley jive thing from Airplane
Oh, good. Wow.
as my, you know, go-to. And they'll be super impressed by it and they'll like it because I think they're idiots. I'm not even sure she's an idiot. And after seeing this, I'm not sure she's an idiot.
I don't typically care, but I'm going to do this right here. And I'm going to pull this up. Hold on. Compare the before and after. She has Ozempic face. I don't know. I don't think she does. She doesn't look that different.
I don't think she's. Well,
she might have gotten more.
They with certain exceptions, the younger ones, they're trying to find attractive people. I mean, yeah. I think objectively, like AOC, objectively, she's not physically repellent. She's repellent because her soul is broken.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's not Rose DeLauro, the blue-haired woman who
Rosa DeLauro?
Yeah,
she's
about to cook children.
Yes, I was going to say the professor of potions from Harry Potter. Yeah, no, she's
holy shit. Oh, by the way, the new Severus Snape is a guy from Africa.
I don't care.
Which is a big deal to people who care about Harry Potter, and I see it as not my problem.
I don't care.
Like
that's like if they made James Bond black, I don't care.
I'm
surprised they haven't made him a black gay man yet. Why haven't?
Here's the thing: they've taken all these institutions, right? Star Wars, right? Like entertainment with Star Wars, Star Trek, freaking James Bond, and they've decided, okay, we're going to stop doing what they're about, which is entertaining you, and start basically pushing our ridiculous political notions. And then people have and there's nothing you can do about it because you love Star Wars, Star Trek, James Bond so much, you know, Harry Potter, the Marvels,
Indiana Jones, the last Indiana Jones, where apparently he was lectured by a woman the entire time about being misogynist.
Oh my God. And she was ugly too. That was the other thing.
I didn't see it.
Did
you actually see it?
There's a dynamic. I saw it.
Oh,
it was agony. But the thing is, they're like, well, there's nothing you can do about it. And people are like, yeah, there's something I can do about it. I just don't go to the movies. I was, you know, I thought maybe we should go to the movies this weekend. What's the movie out there I want to see? The transsexual musical, the transsexual Pope, the whore, the one who won the Oscar. I mean, really, what's the movie I'm going to go see?
You know, by the way, somebody said this is why Somebody said Rep Raskin looks like a character from Harry Potter. No, remember he was doing the prison mic thing for a while.
The prison mic.
I know he had cancer, but like, but still, like people in his office.
Oh man, I own the baldness.
What?
If I lost my hair, I'd be owning the baldness.
Yeah,
I'd be a
why not?
Lana Presley.
But like, this is very much so. Like, he literally went with prison mic.
That's.
It's so obvious. Anyone who ever watched The Office knows that he was going prison mic there.
He's going prison mic. It's the same picture. Hey, Arena's here.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
She says
Color has never meant anything to me. Behavior and treatment of one. Yes, of course. I think that's every normal person.
What did he say?
He's reading something.
We're on a live thing.
We're on a live thing, honey.
Yeah.
Can I have a Dr. Pepper?
Hi, Tim. Hi, Doris. He's drinking Dr. Pepper in honor of Texas. It's very nice.
I like Dr. Pepper. He's one of the few medical professionals I still trust.
Truly. Here's by the way, this is here's a medical professional we should trust. I don't know what this is from. Is this from looks like the Texas Senate? This fella, who is probably an expert at sports.
Yeah.
I'm getting my football picks from this guy. I love it when Tim runs his mouth. That's what I'm going to do that from now on. Yeah, I want to talk to the pores for a second. Can I just hold on?
I think he wants to babysit.
Oh, that's exactly, by the way, that's exactly what this fellow wants to do. When he's not watching football, he's very upset that he can't hang out with kids. Here you go.
Hello, my name is Bridget Bandit, and I'm speaking in
That's Bridget Bandit.
Bridget Bandit.
Yeah, the bandit.
Hey, I'm going to bet that his name's not Bridget, and that there's a penis in there.
Well, the bandit part is that she stole all stole all the cotton candy. I'm sorry for inappropriately labeling this a woman.
opposition to SB 18. I'm a born and raised Texan and full-time drag queen. Previously,
Full time. Said like 40 hours a week.
You make a lot of money as a drag queen?
Enough to be full time. I mean, like, what does it mean to be a full time drag queen? Let's get over here.
I don't know. Do you have to clock in? You're not going to cock in, that's for sure, because you don't have a penis. Because you're
Steve, you've been really good as Bridget Bandit here. Did you remember to clock in this morning? Because we pay you by the hour.
Yeah,
full time drag queen.
I'm a full time drag queen. I'm not a dilettante.
Where you work? You got to go get back.
I'm not a weekend weirdo.
The widgets aren't going to make themselves, Steve. Get back to pulling the levers.
I've worked with children throughout my life.
I bet you have.
Yeah,
there it is.
There's a shock.
There it is.
Yeah, grown men who work with children.
Hold on. Oh, this is
look.
really
I know. Look, do they get overtime?
Yeah,
grown men who work with children. Look, unless you're like a coach, if you're like a male high school teacher, I've got my doubts. I got my doubts.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, I was in high school. I know that like the male teachers were at least skeeving on the women. I was unattractive, so they never like went for me.
Actually, yeah.
But
I remember that, like the gym teacher, always like the gym teacher, like so like I had an older gym teacher and his wife who were a couple that were like the gym teachers. They met, I guess, in gym college. I don't know, dodgeball training.
They met at the gym.
They met at the gym. And then like the younger like coaches and stuff were literally just there to skeeve on the teachers, literally just there to all of them, and everyone knew.
Look, if you're a gym coach and you're trying to score with male and you're trying to score a teacher, because teachers are straight up whores, except for Arena, who was a very good girl.
Yeah.
But teachers, nurses, these are the whore professions. I can get that. If you're like, I'm going to become a gym teacher because I want to find like a hot young English teacher and make that happen. I get it. All right, fine. But way too many of them are like, hi, I'm Mr. Fred, and we're going to do social studies. Everyone take off his pants.
Hey, yeah. Somebody, by the way, I have a friend of mine watching this right now that doesn't want to weigh in. It was like, which Jasmine's the real Jasmine Crockett? Well, listen, this is the real Bridget Bandit.
And full-time drag queen. Previously, I've worked with children throughout my life as a swim instructor, teaching summer art camps, hosting children's birthday parties, and volunteering in my church as a youth group leader.
Oh, I'll bet.
I like, what?
I'm like, what church? You know, the Catholic Church will be like, no. We've been down this road.
The Catholic Church is like, yo, listen.
Time out.
Listen, Stephen. We
Nah.
don't. We're all out of spaces for you to work
You're
with.
done. We don't need you.
This week.
And we don't need you at the pool either, because kids are wearing wet swimsuits. And
how is a full-time drag queen able to work as a swim instructor at the pool? I mean, just the wig alone will weigh you down. I mean, I'd imagine you get caught in that like a net.
You're at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah. You're not. The shoes aren't going to be.
You know, and she repels me even more because I'm like cutting carbs.
He. Don't misgender. That's
I say her. Ugh.
Yeah, I did too. I made a mistake. I'm
gross.
sorry, and I apologize to my viewers at home.
Ew.
That's a man.
Freaking pervert.
Today, I occasionally host drag queen story times.
I bet you do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Never.
You know what? Look, hey, let me list all the things I do with kids. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like hanging out with.
That's all the things I do because I'm a freaking grown man and I don't need to be around other people's children.
I like hanging out with my friends.
Because you're weird if you want to be.
I like hanging out with my friends' kids. It's cool. But like once in a while when I'm in town.
Yeah. That's.
But also, I have an action figure problem, and I kind of justify it by being like, "Hey, aren't these cool?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "There you go." See, I'm gonna have to give them away. And I was like, no more action figures in the house. Just give them to the kids.
Can't come to the house and look at my action figures.
Yeah, no, I don't do that though. Hey, you want to come and see my? Although you've been to my house and you know that I actually have an action figure problem. I have a collecting everything problem.
If you had come to my house, you would be like, "Where's your stuff? I have nothing here." Wow. I mean, we are very. I am so minimalist now. It's wonderful.
I'm sorry, times are tough out there for you, Kurt.
It's not tough. I got rid of stuff. I made like 45 trips to Salvation Army, dumping stuff off.
You should check with people before you throw things away.
I got rid of crap.
You should check it. Doris wants to visit my house. Don't wait up. I don't know you, Doris. You're not coming to my house.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to do drag queen story hour.
I want. Here we go. I just love drag queen story hour. Look at these people.
I'm a full-time drag queen, but I make time to be around children in every possible context.
All I have is.
I don't see why you're weird about that.
This is the longest I've made.
Also, I'm a freaking pervert.
This is the longest I've ever. God bless you. This is the longest I've ever made a 34-second clip last. But also, there's a guy here with like or probably a girl.
Look at that.
Like curly Q mustache. The whole circus came to town. Here we go. How long
have you noticed? I don't understand why people can't go, "You're a freaking weirdo." Okay, there are two kinds of drag queens: trans people. There are the insane people who believe they're the other gender, and it'd be nice for them to go get treatment because I can see how that could be a mental problem and disturbing. And the others are flat out perverts, like I'm betting, Bitchy Bandit, whatever his name is, who just get off on all the aspects of pretending to be a woman, including watching real women. Neither of them. One can have some compassion as long as they're not too uppity, but the other, the hell with these people. Put them on an island, hunt them for sport.
Hey, if you guys are enjoying this, hit the retweet button. I'm having a great time hanging out with Kurt Schlichter. We've only made it. We've made it 2/3 of the way through this clip. With the whole circus came to town. Here we go.
Story times. These kinds of events don't differ much from the kind of work I did before, yet this bill would impact my ability to work with children simply based on a subjective and ill-defined expectation of how I should look.
Yeah, no, you should.
No.
Yeah.
The reason is you're a freaking pervert. And you shouldn't be anywhere near children. You shouldn't be anywhere near decent society. By the way, here's another thing. Drag is boring and stupid. People are like, "Oh, it's a great art form. It's just so delightful." No, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, we never really cover that, right?
It is worse than mime.
they've ruined, they did that thing for a while where they would have, do they still do like drag brunches where like you go, like I would never want to go. Just don't bother me. If I'm eating eggs and drinking alcohol for breakfast on like a Saturday or a Sunday, I don't want to be bothered by some man walking around in a dress.
I don't need to look. I'm not going to validate perverts.
Yeah.
You're a pervert. You're a weirdo. Your best case is you're mentally ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
If somebody goes, Kurt, I'm just having this horrible emotional problem. I feel like I don't know what to do. Well, let's get you some treatment, man. You understand you're not actually a chick. I know, right? This is horrible. Okay.
But the thing is, like,
we're going to work on this. Lots of people have lots of problems. We'll work on it. We'll get you back. I'll take you out. We'll shoot guns. We'll drink beer.
We'll
watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It'll work.
No woman outside of Chapel Roan dresses like this, and that's why by the way,
Chapel Roan. Anyway, I've heard the name.
It is a chick who's like 25, whose real name is like Kylie or something like that. But like, they have tried to put her over, I think, to make drag queens more acceptable because she's a girl who like, she's not normal. She has a couple of okay songs and dresses like a drag queen and overdoes the makeup like this. Because no woman dresses like this other than Chapel Roan.
Well, look, the whole drag thing the whole trans thing is about men. The only good thing about it is that it just goes to show that men are better at everything than women, including things only women can do, like win Best Actress.
Can we just recognize this line, by the way? It's really good, Lou. Drag queen should not be a swim instructor.
Oh!
It's good.
Oh!
Really strong. That's strong. I had to.
Man,
you're not supposed to be funnier than a walk-in reporter.
Unlike a poll work staffer. Wow. By the way, how many did you see? What's his name? Bill Kristol's tweet.
No,
about how he stands with trans Americans now.
Dude, I remember him shuffling around the office when we had a shared office at the what was I at the
Don't say Weekly Standard.
Well, he was at the Weekly Standard, and I was at the Washington Examiner.
Oh,
yeah. Here, by the way, this is what Chapel Roan dresses like. That's a girl that's her at the NPR, I believe, Tiny Desk concert. And
Tiny Desk concert.
You've never seen the Tiny Desk concert?
I don't know what a Tiny Desk concert is.
They bring in big lefty performer. By the way, this is life-size. The NECA toy stores now advertising. They believe I would want a M3gan. This is because Al and I talk about M3gan, the movie, the Megan movie.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm getting a push for the NECA toy store where I get my Ninja Turtles figures from, and M3gan.
Wasn't that like a cool movie where the doll kills people and stuff?
Yes, and they've got part 2 coming out. It's awesome. Like, it's actually like it's another one of the we made a mistake making robots live in our houses. Yeah.
By the way, I saw Slapshot last night.
Wow.
In the 70s. That's a callback.
I went to see with some pro wrestling friends the Queen of the Ring movie.
Queen of the Ring.
It's a limited release movie about the first big female wrestler, and it was awful.
Ugh.
It wasn't woke, it was just bad. It was supposed to be based in the 40s, and you actually saw when they went into and this is how bad it was. I start to be bothered by it. They filmed in a hotel, and you could see the little tap things on the door to tap into the rooms. And then they also had this is the 1940s. They also had the CO2 detector was on the wall, or the smoke detector thing on the wall. And I was like, yeah, okay.
That's a nice mistake.
Yeah, Slapshot's a classic.
Slapshot's great. The Carlson brothers.
You can't go wrong with that. But you can't go wrong with Queen of the Ring.
Well, you can.
And then I cut myself because I bought the popcorn bucket for Captain America, the other movie that I would never go see, the new Captain America movie. It's a waste of time. Okay. And it's made of aluminum, and it came apart, and I went to put it together, and it just sliced right through my hand. I was bleeding like a mother. Yeah.
When is this Marvel lameness going to be done?
It's I don't think they have much left. And this is sort of did you do comic books in the 90s?
No, but I have a graphic novel of Kelly Turnbull coming out this year.
Well, look at you.
It's amazing too. Sean Salter, Salty Hollywood. I mean, it looks great. Just
Awesome.
throw that out.
I think that's a natural progression for that to happen. By the way, now when did the movies start?
When somebody decides, I first of all, I have movie people hovering around me all the time, but I dealt with Hollywood, particularly when I was a younger lawyer, and I don't believe shit until somebody hands me a check that clears.
Yeah, same. Well, that's the way I am in conservatism too. By the way, Shell asking me why I'm not.
Everybody else's checks clear. Why not ours?
I have a new cowboy hat. Shell's aware of. I bought a very nice hat the other day for formal events when I go to them.
I think
And
that's the show I was on the Spaces with.
yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay. There were like 1,000 people on it or something.
Yeah, no, they do really well.
It was huge. Arena's like, it's all about you. They're only asking you questions. I'm like, well, who the hell else should they ask?
Yeah,
I was a
Shell.
special guest star.
Well, what was that? What was it like? Pirate Radio? Which one was it? Was it?
It was
Shell
Spaces, Twitter Spaces.
Well, but no, but they have titles. You're aware that these
I don't.
spaces have titles.
I know, right? She'll
And
put
she
it
was
up.
Shell shocked.
Yes,
Was it Shell shocked?
it was shell shock.
Well, there you go.
It was very well done. I was like, a lot of good questions. The thing is, our people aren't idiots. Our people, every group has idiots, but idiots are not like the standard. The thing is, a lot of people were like, "Hey, Kurt, I've got some ideas about how the legal system, some questions about how the legal system. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Can you tell me?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, here's my expertise, my military expertise, my other expertise. This is, here's how it works." And people are like, "Oh, well, thanks." Now I understand. I didn't understand before. The thing is, our people are actually curious about stuff. Our people will like go buy a book about like, history and read it. I don't think I certainly think the Jasmine Crockett, fan base.
Who's showing up to see Jasmine Crockett? I mean, she's Dallas. I kind of feel like I should go to a couple of events with her, like see who actually shows up to a Jasmine Crockett.
I don't think anybody does. I think
no.
I think that like AOC, she is purely an internet phenomenon. Now, look, I'm happy to have her the scowling, incoherent face of the Democrats.
Oh, same.
I think that's you go.
I mean, between her and then what's his name, Guam will capsize, who the other day said,
"Oh, Hank Johnson."
Hank Johnson. They want. By the way, I love doing this.
And the Kane guy.
Oh, Al Green.
Get back the Medicare that you're taking from me. Nice. That's even more stylish than his.
This is one of the Peabody Duck Canes, by the way, from Memphis that they lead the ducks out at the hotel with.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Democrats don't seem to I think they're stuck so much in their bubble. They don't understand that normal people think they're insane or stupid. Like, I mean, how do you get, hey, let's appeal to men. Where's Tim Walz?
Yeah.
Let's get the man who works at a school.
Yeah.
The guy who completely botched his military background, the guy who can't load his shotgun, and the guy who comes out, he's like, "Hi, everybody, be a man like me."
He's a very strong man.
Well, are you saying he's a top?
Let me see what he's posted recently and see if there's anything good over on his. There's got to be something super gay. He always posts only super gay stuff.
It's not even fabulous.
Look at that. He's got. Oh God. And that's on his page. What else do we have here? What did he claim? Women's Day. He did that. Okay. There he is.
You see him go, "It's Women's Day." Ew.
Hey, isn't this from that photo shoot where he went to pretend to shoot guns? I think that's from that.
I think it is. Okay. Everybody look pensive in your jackets.
As requested by a third gender and a letter to my office. Third
graders day.
I'm just so used to it being about gender.
Donald Trump hates third graders. Like Hitler.
There he is with his dog.
I know, the dog's like, "Get him the fuck away from me."
Making health insurance pay their fair share. Who cares? I mean, look at the people who would be in Are they? They're allowed in the Capitol, but they're not allowed near elementary schools. This group of people,
Weirdo.
in most states.
In California, that's the only place they're allowed.
But they really think that he's going to make a run for president, which I'm also.
I'd love to see him and Jasmine Crockett. I don't care who's at the top of the ticket.
He went to see he went to the Anne Frank house. There he is. I'm surprised he didn't write in there Trump is a Hitler. Trump is literally Hitler.
Trump is literally Hitler. Signed Tim.
There you go. Then this is okay. This is the last one I'll show. He apparently did. There's nothing more Minnesotan than jumping into a frozen lake for a good cause. Here we go. Let's watch Tim Walz. Oh, this might get sexual. Get ready.
Hey everybody, Governor Walz here. A typical Minnesota Saturday morning. I'm on my way to jump through a hole in the ice at Prior Lake, but it's for a good cause. It's for Special Olympics. I'm on Team Tessa. Go Tessa!
I can't make fun of him for that. I can make fun of it. Here we go. I can't make fun of him for helping out.
Oh, he's wearing a wetsuit. You know what he looks like? He looks like he's trying to chase down Logan. Carousel.
Hey everybody!
Hands beeping and shit.
He did not.
Governor Sandman.
It must have gotten a little. It must have gotten a little awkward because that was a real hard cut. He goes in the water and then that was it.
Yeah, that was quick.
Oh, hey everybody! Part 2. Just got out of Prior Lake. Awesome. Not so bad when like the water temperature is almost warmer than the air temperature, but
I don't care.
Yeah,
like I can't. I wanted to mock him more, but he was helping out the Special Olympics.
I mean,
Can't knock that.
Okay, great. See that's his best role. I'm going to go out there and help out with the Special Olympics.
Listen, you want to help out Special Olympics? Thumbs up.
That's right.
But you don't belong anywhere else until we find out that Special Olympics embezzles money or takes USAID.
USAID.
Yeah, and then they're
Special Olympics diversity.
They're trying to teach the mentally handicapped.
Trying to get a mentally challenged drag queen going.
Yeah, that's you know who they probably went to drag queen story hour after that with Nicole whatever here the Stephen.
Bridget
Austin, Bridget
cotton
Robert,
candy hair.
Robert Johnson here, who's
the person who's like, I mean, really, this person shows up and normal people are like, why are you out in public looking like a freaking weirdo?
Correct.
We don't have enough bullying in society. There are far too many people who feel comfortable being freaking weirdos. And no one's like, you're freaking weird. Bullying plays an important role in keeping stupid people from indulging in particularly horrible urges.
Keeps them away from kids.
Keeps them away from kids. You're a freaking weirdo. If you're around kids again, I'm going to punch you in the snoot.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick you in the fake breasts.
We have a contacted Data Republican. She can look into whether or not.
I like Data Republican. They're trying to dox her, of course.
They did that already.
I hate these people so much.
Rolling Stone is usually pretty good for doxing conservatives who start to do a good job at anything. It's usually them who's behind it.
I like how I'm undoxable now.
Are you?
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Hey, Kurt Schlichter says this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I had a little bit of a stalker problem, and the cops around here told me they were like, "You conceal carry?" I go, "Yeah." They were, well, it might be your only opportunity in life to shoot someone dead. I'm like, "Oh, neat."
I love Texas.
They were like, they literally. I talked to the police around here in fantastic Grapevine, Texas, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, we're not going to get there." They're like, "If somebody shows up to your house, we're not going to get there before you'll be there. So, you should just conceal carry."
I have had weirdos show up at my house.
Neat.
And I had to have.
You told Arena to leave. You were like, "Hey, weirdo."
We had to make it clear that this was unacceptable behavior, and it would probably be best if it wasn't repeated, and it wasn't. But
well, I've asked for Data Republican to come on, and but if you want to make that connection, I'll take it.
I don't know her. I just love her. I think Arena subscribes to her. We want to help her.
Yeah. No,
she's wonderful. We've got so much talent look, you and I, we're kind of cynical guys. We always pay attention to the idiots.
Yeah.
But there's unbelievable talent out there in the conservative world. Yeah. I mean, just stunning. People who can write, people who can analyze data, people who can do things, make things. I'm looking at Dale Stark, for instance, one of my favorites, A-10 pilot. And now he's like raising cattle, working leather, just doing these things. And I'm like, I can't do leather.
He's making assless chaps for men around this country.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I just love our people who are good at things.
Yeah.
And they're not obnoxious about it. I'm actually very positive about our movement. There are idiots, okay? Like who Ian Conley, is that it? The new voice of stupidity, who's like, I wonder why the Jews were in 1994 thinking about the Twin Towers falling down. Pretty suspicious. I am not a fucking retard who doesn't know that they tried to blow it up in 93, dipshit. I mean, it's like, dude, have some fucking dignity. Here's a basic, there are a couple rules in life. If you think the problem is the Jews, the problem is fucking you.
Correct.
Okay? You're always an asshole. I'm just, stop.
No, that's by the way, that's every space after like 10 o'clock on 10 o'clock Eastern on X. Is you tune in and it's Zionists are responsible for everything hour. Once it used to be called the witching hour, but now it's Zionists are responsible for everything hour.
Bitching hour.
Yeah.
Because they're bitches.
Blame the Jews for everything. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, I mean, I wish, when I get accused of working for Israel, I wish I was getting that sweet.
Oh man, no.
Everyone's.
I would totally go to Israel if they wanted to pay me a go. They were like, Kurt, we want to take you here, give you briefings on the military stuff, which actually, should I kind of know about. I would go in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And if I ever had to, talk about, get a security clearance, why, yes, I went to Israel. Here's why I did. Here's who I talked to.
But also, here's the thing. Also, as two people who've been involved in government, I've been around in politics for 22, 23 years. You've been in the military and politics for a while. I don't understand who's coming up with this stuff, but like, it's just not there. Like, I don't understand where.
Like, when did Candace Owens wake up and go, I'm an attractive woman. I've got a nice following. I'm married. I'm going to have kids. What would complete my life? Oh yeah, having a problem with Jewish people. That sounds good.
Listen,
yeah, I'll go with that.
It all stems from Ben Shapiro not paying for lunch one day. I'm sure there was a backup. You got this. You didn't.
The guy who introduced me the one time I met Candace Owens was a Jewish guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was a
conspiracy of some sort.
Setup.
I don't know how, but
you were set up.
She's clearly seeing through it. It was like, I just,
There's some MMA guy who like hates me on here. He says I'm a big Zionist. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think the Jewish people should have a homeland.
It's weird.
And I think it should be defended against the barbarians that are fighting them. And I want the barbarians to lose. And if you try and get me to cry about the Palestinians, you're going to be upset because all I'm going to do is laugh.
It's one of those instances, and not to sound like classist or whatever, but it's like, again, I've been in it. I've been in politics for a long time. I know how things work. I'm not going to be lectured or talked to by someone who has zero fucking experience other than they watched InfoWars 1 hour, one day, and they suddenly got more empowered by it.
I typically get more annoyed with people on our side who are stupid because I expect more.
Correct. I expect better.
And
it's so, I don't know. The whole thing is
the other thing is, though, there is a strain in conservatism. Again, I'm not going out and policing people. I'm not going out of my way to say Ian Carroll's an idiot. Somebody asked me, he's an idiot.
I don't care.
I don't police the right. But there are a lot of soft conservatives are like thrilled. They've pretty much got a boner because they can be upset about Andrew Tate. Okay. I think Andrew Tate's a piece of human filth. I have no interest in him or what he says or anything he does. On the other hand, the fact that, an American citizen was allowed into America and some people think he's been wronged. They don't think his stuff's okay. They think he's been wronged. Don't care.
Yeah.
Not somebody's like, this is a litmus test for conservatism. It's not.
Not for me.
It's not even remotely. And again, it's like Ukraine. I actually like Ukraine. I've been there. I want them to win. I trained them. I don't like Russians. But there's a reality here that you have to deal with. And with Tate, I think he's an asshole, but that I'm not spazzing out because somebody else thinks, well, he's been framed by the Romanian government. I'm not going to spend like a second of time going, well, you know, Romania's got a pretty honest government when they just banned a political candidate today.
Yeah.
It is not a take, but you've got these people.
Here, hold on. Hey, by the way, for a fighter here, for the new guy here, why should we believe you? Tell us about your time in politics. Get this. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't need to convince you, fighter 100707. I don't care.
Yeah, I
don't have time for you.
Yes.
Like, why should I convince? Why should I waste my time?
Well, you're a lawyer like me. Do you know why? Do you know when I prove something? When someone hands me money.
Yeah.
That's a skill. I don't just go, oh well, some internet rando doubts something that I know to be true.
I've just reached my point. I don't care. Wow, random guy on the internet. Yeah, I am classy. I don't give a fuck, dude. Go cry somewhere else. Give a fuck. Yeah, that's just where I've reached my point where it's like, if you're gonna take, you know, oh well, so and so justified it because they had X show or they were on with so and so. I don't care. I don't care.
Or fucktards. And you know, my resume is out there. You can. Oh no, he's gonna find another podcast now.
Yeah, good.
You can accept my qualifications or not, or question them, or question my conclusion. I don't take. Look, I'm a lawyer. I don't take it personally.
I don't either.
I'm just, you know, well, Kurt, why do you say this Autopen thing? That sounds weird to me. Okay, well, let's talk about it.
I don't listen. Hey, I don't like your answer on it. I wish it was a different one that I agreed with. But like, you're right. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I think all of us have a if not an obligation, I think it helps the movement when we use our skills to help other people understand things. Data Republican is a huge example.
Correct.
She uses her amazing skills to help us understand what's actually going on.
Hell of a breakdown. I don't know where she came from, but God bless her.
There's that guy who John Krakauer, who is the Merchant Marine guy. You've seen him on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's got amazing insights. I'm a military guy. I don't know about a lot of this stuff.
Look.
But he's like, oh, wow. So you know, if you've got some skills, share them with people. And if people have questions, you know, legit questions instead of I'm a dick questions, you know, try and answer them because it helps the movement. It's not like, you know, remember Seth Moulton, the big tough Marine who was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe having a grown man beat the shit out of my daughter while they're playing volleyball's suboptimal. And his like chief of staff quits and they're about to throw him out of the Democrat Party. And he does the reverse. He's like, you know what? I think dudes should be in women's locker room. I was wrong and I apologize.
Yeah. It's look, I don't go out of my way to call our own side out because it's just I don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't I've just reached a point and maybe it's with wisdom. Like I said, like, so here's, you know, this guy right here who's like, I'll go find another podcast. I don't give a fuck. Oh, there's keep sharing the live. Sorry. By the way, here's the right after that, Larry Johnson. Schlichter's a tier 1 lawyer. He is a tier 1 lawyer. He's the top of the top.
He was a tier 1 lawyer.
But I just don't care if like I don't have anything to prove to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody look, if you start demanding things of me, it's not going to go well. Prove it. Well, no. You know, if we're talking, I'll explain why I think so. Why do you think Ukraine's going to lose the war? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about correlation of forces. Let's talk about how, you know, history. And those are my reasons. Well, you just love Putin. Okay, you're a retard. Your possible responses are good points. I agree with some and or all of them, or I disagree. And here's why.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll teach me something.
It's not like, dude, I hate the qualifier situation where, like, if you listen to, like, there's certain radio shows, especially on Sirius, where all they do is talk about their little qualifiers at the beginning. It's like, if you have to put that over, then, like, maybe you just aren't entertaining enough to pull people in on things. Like, I just don't, I don't care. Like, and it's such a weird, like, again, I struggle with this because I don't want to sound like a total dick, but I think people like Shell know this because I helped Shell, like, originally, and I have no problems helping people and doing good for good people and all that kind of stuff.
Man. That was a
It's
great podcast.
Hey, by the way,
Spaces.
I take credit.
Really well handled.
Shell will give me credit, but I take credit for. She found me and she wanted to get involved, and I've done nothing but encourage her, and she's turned herself into a star.
Yeah.
Why should we listen to Shell? Why should we listen? What is she qualified to do? Well, she's a normal human being who has opinions.
She has opinions and she expresses them well, and she organizes it in such a way so maybe you can learn something by listening to her.
Correct.
And if she doesn't give you value, go listen to someone else.
Correct.
If
apparently
Fighter 69
Fighter
having freaking value.
How
That's
dare
okay.
you? How dare you?
I'm sure info conspiracy will.
And just remember, if you disagree with what I say, it's because I'm paid for by Israel. I have not gotten one of my checks yet. I haven't gotten the check, but apparently, maybe someone who looks like me has received a lot of money from Israel.
Putin. You love Putin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite. You must love Putin. Trump loves Putin. Trump's working together with Putin.
I've reached a point in my life where I just again.
I just can't take
I don't want to talk about who I'm meeting with like a week from now and all the kind of stuff.
Thank you, John.
People, but yeah. Oh no, this guy's a good. Yeah,
it's a good book.
Yeah.
I am currently writing one with Irina, which is a kind of noir fantasy about Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's telling me to reload. I don't know what that means. Oh, well, that's the okay. All right. Well, I'm not getting any more chats, but
well, there you go.
But we're writing that, and that's going to be fun. Then I'm going to write one on the Second Civil War, in the style of The Attack. That's going to be a freaking knockout.
You ever see the Civil War movie? It was terrible.
It was a terrible movie.
Like terrible.
It was not
the real heroes were the journalists.
Yeah, yeah, they're the fucking heroes.
That's how that was the whole point of that, was like to put over journalism.
And the funniest thing was the budget was actually very small. So the giant battles were actually like squad on squad fights in ways that, you don't battle that way, right? You don't have like 8 guys go up against 8 guys. That's not how it works, right? If you're attacking, you want 3 times more, and you want, to organize other things to help the attack. So it's very rarely like 4 guys having a shootout is not a battle. Okay. That's a close encounter. And then they're like doing the helicopter attack on Washington. There's like 3 helicopters.
Yeah.
Right. And they're parking all these tanks and things. And it's like this giant mix of equipment, and they're all like lined up next to each other in like the perfect way for Dale Stark to come across with his A-10 and just take them all at once. And it's just, as a military guy, I'm just like,
yeah.
And then no one acts like they would act, but my book will have it. And then I'm going to follow up with another Kelly Turnbull book.
Well, there you go, John Andrews. And by the way, he told me he's been like pumping out, you've been trying, 3,300 words or more a day?
I did 3,300 yesterday. I did 3,300 today.
That
and
is...
Alina's been working on it. She sent me something about how much dollars are worth in the 40s, which is like really good. So I got to take a close look at that. And
that's a book every 20 days, basically.
A book, a Kelly Turnbull book, is 105,000 words.
I didn't know that.
This one's going to be about 70 to 75.
Here, do you want to?
But I'm not lawyering anymore. So what do? I get up, I exercise, have breakfast. Okay, we're at 9:30. What do I do for the rest of the frickin' day?
Nothing.
I don't want to do nothing.
Doris wants to write a book.
I can't find a quiet typewriter. Do
you want to answer really in depth?
I don't know where to go with that. There's so much to unpack.
This is just a lot. This is like, hey, you're a great lawyer. Here's this paragraph. If the yellow train leaves at 11, when will it reach Syria?
Here's
I
a
don't know.
lawyer question. How can the U.S. have dealings with Syria when they're committing genocide? Dude, we can have dealings with anyone we want. I don't know what dealings we would want to have with them except to go, please stop butchering everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, the unbroken track record of success of the globalists who brought us Syria and freaking Syria 1.0. Now it's Syria 2.0. Libya, freaking Somalia, all these other places. They're doing great.
Yeah.
Iraq, there's a freaking wonderland. I mean, Afghanistan. I mean, they've literally never seen, these people have so much arrogance and they've literally never done anything right.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they've done is objectively a disaster. And they're not even like pausing. They're like, yeah. Well, you know, you love Putin if you're not going to let us fuck up Ukraine too.
Well, there we go.
And then you know, and the Europeans lying to Ukraine. Oh, well, we'll back you up with fucking what? You know, Great Britain, as I've said before, Great Britain is, its navy is so small they're just now down to rum and sodomy. You know, they can put together one tank battalion. That's 25 tanks that operate. That's it. When I was in Desert Storm, they had one of our Corps' divisions was the 7th Armored Division, and that was like 15,000 guys and probably 300 tanks.
Yeah,
and they were badasses. I mean, fuck, they were good.
Well, listen, if you, Larry, we love the questions, but if you want to have a war talk with Kurt, you're gonna have to do it another live feed because I'm about to wrap this up. This is like we've done an hour and a half. Look, I gotta go. I got things to do tonight. I got a lot. I got a big.
I got stuff to go to.
Yeah, so we got things to. I'm taking you away from your beautiful view there. I'm sure, and I need you to go enjoy life so I can come see you.
Well, you ought to come out.
I will at some point. I know late April now. It looks like it's coming out that direction because I
don't know if I'll be around late April.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We'll figure it out. We'll work it out.
We're gonna figure it out. At some point, we'll be in the same town at the same time.
Either be here or in Houston.
And we'll have whiskey and we'll yell at people. We'll yell at the sky.
I thought you weren't drinking.
Yeah, I was drinking today. I actually had a beer down at the brewery and Hop and Sting and Grapevine today.
I have. I'm going no carbs. I have. I think in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I had a glass, maybe 2 of wine one night. I'm down at least 10 pounds. I feel great. I want to get into AR 670-1 standards. That's Army standards. So I got to be down under 208 pounds for my height.
Well, look, and meanwhile, I'm getting cut by
I'm getting cut up by
Captain America shield popcorn bucket. You know,
that's not good.
Not good. I can't forget me getting a standard. I just can't even. I can't even do fake well.
Oh, unlike a bulwark staffer's wife.
All right, sir. It's been great hanging out. You go have fun. Say hi to the wife for us, and
I will do so.
I'm gonna go.
Actually, how many people watch this, by the way?
We're at like 43,000.
43,000?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
That's pretty powerful. You're potent.
I know, and it'll go up. So then we'll get another 10,000 viewers overnight.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you get advertising money?
I don't know. Have you been to Kalshi.com/Tim Young? Let's talk about it. So when you go to Kalshi.com/Tim Young, let's see what's happening over there on Kalshi right now. You go over to who will be Canada's next prime minister. It's already been determined, so they need to upload the website. Will Trump declassify Epstein documents in the first 100 days? It's down to a 49% chance. If you guys want to get in on this, it's really fun. These predictive markets are super fun to get involved in. I have personally done it, and there's a lot of, you can go and there's a lot of sports stuff happening there. Will there be a government shutdown before March 19th, 2025? Ooh, 28% chance. Man, I'm anti.
I sure hope so.
Me too. I'm anti-continuing resolution. How about we balance the budget? And I don't know what these lines are coming out today about the horse shit about Doge. We have to fund Doge with a continuing resolution. No, we don't. No, we don't. I think they're working for free anyway. Who will be the men's pro basketball champion? It looks like Oklahoma City there. I mean, there's just so much fun stuff you can get involved with at Kalshi.com/Tim Young. Super fun. Again, predictive markets are basically never wrong. All right. So on top of that, I am the CEO of a great company called Veebs, the Veebs app. What you do is you put the old app on the phone right there. And you go to the store. You don't have to change your shopping habits. You can go scan the UPC codes of the products that you typically buy. It'll tell you all about the parent company. We have a hell of a research team, and we know exactly where they're spending all their money. So don't give your money to companies that hate you. You can go scan the UPC codes. We give you conservative alternatives to those products. Everyone should get this. It's kind of fun.
Nice.
So and it would give you a score out of 100. And again, this one is just an like Ben and Jerry's. I think is like 20. But the big thing is, one person once told me, a couple people actually told me they were going to get Breyer's ice cream instead, but they're both owned by Unilever. So if you had this and you had scanned Ben and Jerry's at the store, it would have said parent company Unilever right there, and it would have given you the other brands that they own, including Breyer's, and then giving you some nice conservative alternatives. So that's the best way to go shopping. It's amazing.
Support conservative alternatives.
It's fantastic. And I'm so proud to be the CEO of that company. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Do I get sponsorship? Yes. The correct answer is yes, I do.
Sweet.
And it's been wonderful hanging out with you, Kurt. In that last the minute while we were doing the plug, we got another 1,500 viewers. So,
man, you're just kicking ass, taking names.
I do. It's I get better numbers here. I get better numbers here than what Sirius XM gets, I believe, on the Patriot channel. Definitely more than that night show.
Nice. And you do this every night?
I do Sunday through Thursday at 8 o'clock every night Eastern. And you're welcome to come on whenever you want, and we'll talk about all your books and all that kind of fun stuff. And then I'll be partnering on certain lives where I don't get political at all. I'll be partnering with the Heritage Foundation. So.
Oh, and when are we going to go do a personal appearance, you and I on stage?
I'm happy to do that. By the way, I don't know if you see or not, right behind me there's not only my Christy Yamaguchi collector's plate, but that's a Project 2025 actual book. And I've got the tote bag over here too. They gave me the tote bag.
Project 2025 was the secret nickname for my penis.
Somebody said when I announced my signing with the Heritage Foundation the other day, somebody said, "Are you working on Project 2026?" I'm like, "Yes." What are you talking about? Of course.
Sure.
Whatever angers the left. Yeah, no, we should do a show together. I don't know why we don't.
That would be amazing. Oh, maybe in Grapevine.
Yeah, there's
the night before CPAC starts.
Well, there's a beautiful theater here. There's the VFW. There's all sorts.
We could get a place and get some folks out. I think it could be a special time that we could all learn and grow together.
I think and you come to my town, and I should be giving tours of the town for people who come to.
We do Tim Rums His Mouth live.
And why not? By that time, I'll be a humongous star. And by that time, I'll be a humongous star. Forget the
dude. You're gonna be
numbers I have now.
300,000.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
You know, if you only start revealing the Israeli conspiracy.
Well, that's that's actually a big. If they would like to sponsor me so that I can get, if they want to throw some money at me,
nobody throws money at me.
Nobody throws money at me either. By the way, have you noticed? I don't know if you noticed on my profile, and I'm going to go over to my profile really quickly to share with everybody. I really enjoy, and this is how iconic this presidency has been. I really enjoy updating my cover photo with the cool shit that Trump does. I had the NASCAR thing the other day. I had the signing with the girls, and then this is the State of the Union. This dude, he's been on fire, and I love updating with the iconic photos. I've really turned into a real cultist, is what I'm saying. For MAGA,
I'm a MAGA cultist.
I'm a MAGA cultist, man. It's yeah. There you go. See Doris, and here's Doris. You get it now. I can say Tim used to answer my live chat comments once I'm famous. That's right. Once I'm famous, go fuck yourself, fans who have followed me the entire way. I'm over it.
Nice.
Once I get famous, it's over. I hate you all, and
I'm leaving you behind. I'm Taylor Swift.
I'm Taylor Swifting, and this is what I do, by the way, during my thing, which you should have done, Kurt. You hit the retweet button there, and
I hit the retweet several times.
We're gonna. I mean, look, this is gonna hit 50,000 tonight, and then we'll have a party here. But listen, I love all you guys, honestly, and you know that. Doris knows that. She's laughing along with it. I love all of you that don't ask me to qualify my opinions, because I don't give a fuck to qualify my opinions anymore. Just know I'm pretty much right all the time, like this gentleman that I've had hanging out with me tonight, Kurt Schlichter.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being here. Make sure you go. I was shadow banned today. Last one, when leftists ran Twitter, except I don't understand.
He's still shadow banned.
Oh, well, I might be able to talk to somebody about that. We'll find out. Kurt, stay on the stream here. I'm gonna close it out. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I'll talk to Kurt for about